miss being here.
Good morning, Unity.
On a Sunday afternoon, reading, couldn't get away too soon. Oh, no, no, I can't imagine anything that's better. The world is ours whenever we're together. There ain't no place I'd like to be instead of grooving down a crowded avenue, doing anything we like to do. There's always lots of things that we can see. We can be anyone we want to be, and all those happy people we would meet just moving on a Sunday afternoon. Really couldn't get away too soon. Way. We're gonna talk and laugh on time away. I feel it coming closer day by day, like with the ecstasy, you and me endlessly grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Soon, no, 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 no. Ah, 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 ah.
Good morning, and we are grooving here at Unity of Gaithersburg. My name is Reverend Cheryl Myers, and it is a joy to be here with you this morning. And we welcome everyone who are tuning in via YouTube live stream. Good morning to you. So we are in the midst of our season for peace and nonviolence, and also at the end of Black History Month. And throughout the month of February, we have acknowledged heroes that have blessed us in the African American community, both in the past and currently. And so now we'd like to ask Ron Land to come up, please, and share a sports hero, Jesse Owens. Good to hear about Jesse Owens this morning.
Right. Hello, everyone. Apologize for my voice is a little froggy. I kind of lost it earlier this week, so I have to bugger on. I'm reading about Jesse Owens. James Cleveland Owens was the seventh of 10 children born to Henry Owens and Mary Fitzgerald in Oakville, Alabama, on September 12, 1913. J.C., as he was called, was 9 years old when the family moved to Cleveland, Ohio, as part of the Great Migration, when 1.5 million African Americans left the segregated South. When his new teacher asked his name for her roll book, he said J.C., but because of his strong Southern accent, she thought he said Jesse. The name took, and he was known as Jesse Owens for the rest of his life. As a boy and youth, Jesse took different jobs delivering groceries, loading freight cars, and working in a shoe repair shop, while his father and older brother worked at a steel mill. It was during this time that Owens realized he had a passion for running. Throughout his life, Owens attributed the success of his athletic career to the encouragement of his junior high track coach. Since Owens worked in a shoe repair shop after school, his coach allowed him to practice before school. While in high school, Jesse drew national attention when he equaled the world record in the 100-yard dash and long jump at the 1933 National High School Championship in Chicago. Owens attended Ohio State University without any kind of scholarship being made available to him. It was there that he was known as the Buckeye Bullet and won a record 8 individual NCAA championships. 1935 was the year Jesse set 3 world records and tied a 4th during the Big Ten meet in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He equaled the world record for the 100-yard dash and set world records in the long jump, which would last 25 years, as well as the 220-yard sprint and 220-yard low hurdles, becoming the first to break 23 seconds. In the Summer Olympics, Adolf Hitler was using the games to show the world a rising Nazi Germany. He and other government officials had high hopes that German athletes would dominate the games with victories. Nazi propaganda promoted concepts of Aryan race superiority. Jesse Owens became the first American to win 4 track and field gold medals: the 100-meter sprint, the long jump, the 200-meter sprint, after he was added to the 100-meter relay team. Following a request by the Germans to replace a Jewish American sprinter, he won his 4th. As expected, Hitler was happy with all German victories, but especially annoyed at the marvelous American runner, Jesse Owens. He refused to shake Owens' hand, but instead of feeling snubbed by Hitler, Jesse felt snubbed by Franklin D. Roosevelt, as he never received a congratulatory telegram, nor was he ever invited to the White House. No honors were bestowed upon him by Roosevelt or his successor, Harry S. Truman, during their terms. In 1955, President Dwight D. Eisenhower acknowledged Owens by naming him Ambassador of Sports. After the Olympics, Jesse Owens worked various jobs as he was unable to capitalize on his sports fame due to racism. He became a playground director, which led to many rewarding years of working with underprivileged youth. He was a highly sought-after inspirational speaker and public relations consultant. In 1976, Jesse was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the highest award bestowed upon a civilian, by President Gerald Ford. Jesse Owens died in 1980 from complications of lung cancer. President Jimmy Carter said these words of honor him: "Perhaps no athlete better symbolized the human struggle against tyranny, poverty, and racial bigotry. His personal triumphs as a world-class athlete and record holder were the prelude to a career devoted to helping others. His work with the young as an unofficial ambassador, and a spokesman for freedom are a rich legacy to his fellow Americans. Jesse Owens was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal in 1990 by President George H.W. Bush. Today we celebrate and honor the extraordinary perseverance and accomplishments of Jesse Owens.
Every bugger on.
So let's take a deep breath. And if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes. And so we just breathe into a grateful heart for people like Jesse Owens and the many other heroes we've heard about this month during Black History Month, for their willingness to persevere, to share their light, to share their gifts and talents, to make a difference to our world. And so we come here this morning on this rainy and cozy Sunday morning here at Unity of Gaithersburg to celebrate our light and to acknowledge it in each other in community. And so just know that your presence here at Unity of Gaithersburg makes a difference. We are so grateful that you're here. Thank you for the light you shine in our world and the difference you make in your unique and wonderful way. And so once again, we breathe into our heart and we just feel ourselves open and ready to be blessed by spiritual community this morning. How grateful we are. And so it is. Amen. So if there's anyone with us this morning for the very first time, if you'll raise your hand and one of the ushers will come and bring a welcome packet to you. And if you would fill out the card on the very front of the packet and slip it into the offering bag, we'll just simply add your email address so that you can receive our Friday afternoon online newsletter. All right, let's stand and sing a song together.
All is good, holy, holy. All joy, holy, holy. All joy, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart and my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy.
our way back to our seats.
All peace, holy, holy. All peace, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart and my soul. Let me know all is peace, holy, holy. All good, all good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart and my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy.
Good morning, all. Well, it may be a little rainy outside, but it doesn't hurt us inside, does it? We got lots of joy in here. Okay, my name's Bill Sunderman, and this week's transformational opportunities are detailed in our community newsletter. And you can receive next week's edition by sharing your email with us. Now is a great time to completely silence your cell phones. Thanks. We can join Edie Crane as she teaches a 4-week course called Listening from the Heart. I like that phrase, listening from the heart. One of the most precious gifts we can offer another is our unconditional presence and attention. Come learn how to listen to ourselves and others, and how that ability creates peace and compassion and deepens our awareness of our true nature. There's a minimum of 8 participants. A suggested love offering is $60. Sign up online through our newsletter or the website. And now, something very yummy. We're having another youth family ministry St. Paddy's Day Look of the Irish chili cook-off. Woo! Okay. Sunday, March 17th, right after the service. So cook up your favorite chili recipe, and participants will vote for their favorite using their dollars. This is a fun and tasty fundraiser for our youth program. Sign up in the back of the sanctuary for the chili or side dish you will bring. And lastly, the Big Spring Prosperity Fling online auction is not too far away. Reach out to Carol Plummer if you'd like to be a part of the auction team. We'll be taking donations soon, so be thinking about what new items you want to contribute. This is a fun and prosperous event here at Unity of Gaithersburg, and all support is welcome. And now, Reverend Cheryl will acknowledge 2 people who have stepped in service here at Unity of Gaithersburg in a profound way.
So, back in our congregational meeting back in November, you discerned new board members. And so Edie and I have been looking for a template for the name tag. That's why they have not been pinned yet. So, so if Jerry and Linda would please come up so you can be pinned. Just like we're going steady. So Linda, thank you so much for your yes to say, I'm serving in a profound way here at Unity of Gaithersburg. Thank you so much for that. Hi, Jerry. Thank you for saying yes. We are blessed. And other board members, if you're here, Carol Plummer, who else is Mike Fandy, Shirley Casey, Joan Palmer. We just are so grateful. We're so grateful for an amazing board. We have an amazing board here. So let's give them some love. And thank you.
That's great. We are indeed blessed to have such a great board. And Reverend Cheryl, it's great. It's our great unity enterprise here. And lastly, now we center ourselves and reflect together on today's daily word. And the daily word focus today is self-care. Self-care. Affirmation, I love and honor myself by nurturing my well-being. As fast as life goes sometimes, I may forget to stop, rest, and take care of myself. I may feel pressured to do things for others to the extent that I neglect what is healthy and nurturing to my own well-being. Jesus taught us to love ourselves, and today I make a commitment to do just that. I realize that self-care is honoring my divine nature, so I stop hurrying and make it a priority. I rest, breathe, and step away from pressures or worries. I eat healthy foods, get adequate exercise, and speak affirmative words to myself and others. Each day, I take time to center in prayer and meditation. I also take time for fun. Nurturing my well-being does not take away from my ability to nurture others. It serves to renew and strengthen me so I can be available to life's ongoing opportunities to grow, learn, and serve. It's a way to love and honor myself. And from Psalm 16:9, therefore my heart is glad and my soul rejoices. My body also rests secure. Now let's prepare for meditation by singing All Is Well.
So once again, I invite all of us together to breathe. Breathe deeply and consciously. And as a way to prepare for meditation and to bring our awareness into the present moment, let's begin to follow the movement of the breath, moving in and moving out. And just gently do a scan of your physical body. And just notice if there's areas of tension. And if you notice a place that is tense or in pain, just simply focus the breath into those areas. And just breathe and relax into those areas, releasing that tension with the exhale. Just feel your physical body relaxed and sinking into the chair beneath you. Just allow your body to rest now. To rest in present moment awareness. And notice your thoughts. Notice if they're busy and distracting. Just simply breathe into your thoughts. And bring your attention back to the present moment. Just breathe into the present moment. Just notice if there's any distractions to your ability to breathe into the present moment. And as I ring the meditation bell, let that be a way for you to be aware of the activity of your thoughts. Just notice as you hear the meditation bell. Just notice the activity of your thoughts, and if they're busy, just allow that bell to be just a reminder to breathe and to bring your attention into this present moment. Just breathe, being gentle with yourself if you notice your attention is distracted. Just gently breathe into the present moment. just gently relax your attention now, and as we move into a time of silence without the bell, just continue to breathe and bring your attention to this present moment in this silence. So we breathe and we know that we have a tool to bring our awareness into present moment, stillness and awareness, by simply breathing. And as we breathe into the present moment, we are more readily available to make choices that are grounded and from our inner wisdom. As we choose from the present moment, we can choose peace. I invite you to take a deep breath. And for our breath, for the infinite life that is our breath, we are so grateful. So let's take a deep breath together. And so it is. Amen.
life is one act. Why do we lay these traps? Why put them right in our path when we just want to be free? I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. So I just let go what I know I don't know, and I know I only do this by living in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, with peace in my mind. I got peace in my heart, I got peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment. Letting myself off the hook for the things I've done. I let my past go past, and now I'm having more fun. I'm letting go of my thoughts that do not make me strong, and I believe this way can be the same for everyone. And if I fall asleep, I know you'll be the one who'll always remind me. We're living in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, with peace in my mind. Oh, got peace in my heart, the peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I can walk through life facing backwards. I tried more than once to just make sure, and I denied the future I've been searching for. I spun around and hurt no more, while living in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, with peace in my mind. Peace in my heart, a peace in my soul. Whenever I'm going, I'm already home. But living in the moment, living my life easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, the peace in my heart, the peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment.
Where's your lighter? Okay, I'm dating myself. Your phone. Thank you. We're blessed. Well, Senior Pastor Francis Norton woke up on Sunday morning realizing it was an exceptionally beautiful and sunny day, not like today, and decided he just had to go play golf. And so he told the associate pastor that he was feeling sick, and convinced him to say Mass for him that day. So Father Norton headed out of town to the golf course about 40 miles away, and this way he knew he wouldn't accidentally meet anyone he knew from his parish. So setting up on the first tee, he was alone, and after all, it was Sunday morning and everybody else was in church. So about this time, St. Peter leaned over to the Lord while looking down from the heavens and exclaimed, "You're not going to let him get away with this, are you?" The Lord sighed and said, "No, I guess not." So just then, Father Norton hit the ball, and it shot straight down the fairway to the pin, dropping just short of it, rolled up, and fell into the hole. It was a 420-yard hole in one. I know, I would have fainted. Okay. So St. Peter was astonished, and he looked at the Lord and asked, "Why did you let him do that?" And the Lord smiled and replied, "Who's he gonna tell?" Oh. So it just felt like golf was part of my talk today because how are you? Good, good. So how would you describe yourself today? So just check in. What are the words that you would use to describe how your life is flowing? How are you feeling right now? So I invite you to just check in with your physical body. Are you hungry? Are you hangry? Tired, maybe a little tired. Anybody tired? Yeah, achy, maybe a little tense. Yeah, so now we're getting real. It's like, yeah, oh, I got this ache. Somebody said their back was hurting this morning. Okay. So how are your emotions this morning? Just check in. Are you happy? Are you feeling kind of peaceful, content? Or are you just agitated because somebody cut you off this morning or you backed into somebody's car? I did that last week. So, where are your thoughts? How are your thoughts? So when someone asks you how you're doing, what do you say? It's an opportunity to check in. Do you respond immediately with, how maybe the job is flowing, or how well the kids are doing, or, what we've been up to activity-wise, versus really how you are doing, you. How many balls are you managing to balance in the air right now? I see your faces. You're like, oh. Our lives just seem to have become so busy and often overwhelming. And it's unusual for us, really, to stop and just take a breath. And I think this is reaching a really critical point in our world. There was a survey that was done last year of 6,700 Americans nationwide, ages 18 to 64, reaching across demographic groups, gender, and health conditions to find out what stresses us out and how we cope. And the results were, we are chronically stressed. Top stressors included financial instability, putting others' needs before our own, such as work and family, worry about the future of our nation, and social isolation. And often how we cope with that is through food, alcohol, drugs, social media, and isolation. So it just felt like I wanted to explore this topic during this season for peace and nonviolence. Because this is not a very peaceful way for us to be interacting with our lives and for us to feel in our bodies and our minds and our spirits. Wayne Muller, remember he was the author of the book that we did in the fall, How Then Shall We Live, also wrote a book called Sabbath. And in it he explores the value of finding rest, renewal, and delight. I love that word. I don't use that word very often, delight. in our busy lives and also delves deeply into what keeps us from it. And he brings light to how, when we are asked how we are, the standard greeting is often, "I'm so busy," resulting in the norm of kind of being unavailable often for friends and family, to be unable to find time for just basking in the beauty of a snowy day like we had this week, or the watching the eclipse that just recently happened, or taking in a daily sunset. That we're hurrying through our lives, and that's kind of the benchmark for success. And we push ourselves so hard, don't we? And so Wayne Muller talks about how a successful life coming from this way of being and acting is a violent enterprise. He says we make war on our bodies, pushing them beyond their limits. We get irritated and annoyed and even lash out at our children because we can't find enough time to just be with them when they just really want to be with us. We bring unnecessary drama into our lives because we don't take time to turn within and listen to the inner wisdom that's always supporting us. So we make decisions that are frantic or desperate or just not grounded in our knowing. We spend a lot of time in fear and self-protection, for example, from the news. And it has us not feeling safe enough to really reach out and share our love and compassion. And we take advantage of our planet, without really taking off our shoes sometimes and just putting our feet on the earth and just feeling how beautiful it is and feeling how grounding it is and thanking it for all the ways it blesses us every day. And our lack of rest and reflection has impacted the way we build and sustain community. It dictates the way we respond to when people are suffering and how we seek peace and healing. So how did we get here? Wayne Muller says, we've just forgotten the Sabbath. We've forgotten the Sabbath. You haven't forgotten the Sabbath. You're here. But, beyond coming on Sunday morning, the Sabbath is a time for conscious, sacred, effortless, nourishing rest. It's a practice as well as a way of being in a time where when we're in that Sabbath energy, we're remembering who we are, we're remembering what we know, and we're allowing ourselves to taste the gifts that are within us and all around us. Co-founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore, defined Sabbath as that time where we turn away from the outer, away from all of our personal effort and belief in our own works, and rest in the knowing of oneness. Now that sounds yummy, doesn't it? It can be a holy day, the seventh day as in the Jewish tradition, or the first day of the week like in the Christian tradition. But it can also be a morning, an afternoon, or an evening, a Sabbath hour. It's more than the absence of work. It's more than a day off or binging on Netflix. It's a time dedicated to mindfulness and attention. Okay, you bingers on Netflix, I heard that. It's dedicated to mindfulness and attention, honoring all that sustains and heals us. It's taking refuge. And the history of Sabbath, if you remember, comes from the Hebrew word Shabbat, which means to rest. Sabbath time was revealed in the creation story of Genesis, remember? According to that story, God created the heavens and earth in 6 days, and on the seventh day, rest. And in the 10 Commandments that were delivered to Moses, according to Hebrew Scripture, Jews were to honor the Sabbath by keeping it holy. There were 39 specific acts that were prohibited during the 24-hour period of time, which included things like they couldn't build the temple, they couldn't sow or reap or threshing or winnowing, which I had no idea what winnowing is, was sifting the grain. They couldn't bake or hunt or transport things. And during those days, that if the Jewish people did not honor the Sabbath, they could have been put to death or admonished out of their community. In the Christian tradition, Sabbath is celebrated on Sunday to commemorate the day that Jesus resurrected. And it was first officially recognized in 321 by Constantine, who had newly converted to Christianity, and declared it a day of rest throughout the empire. But unfortunately, it too was forced upon the people. So no wonder people don't have positive images of keeping the Sabbath holy. Jesus said, man was not made for the Sabbath. The Sabbath was made for man. The Sabbath was made for all of us. It was made to support us on our journey. So, why is it so important? So when we are in a restful sanctuary, we become available to all that blesses us. When we are in that restful place, we tend to touch into the gratitude for all of life's blessings. So I'm just going to ask you right now to just maybe close your eyes if that works for you, but I just invite you to bring to your mind's eye, where is your restful sanctuary? Where is it for you? When you think of a place that feeds your soul, where is it for you? Like for some of us, it's the beach. When I'm standing on the sand and looking at the ocean, it just touches my soul. But where is it for you? Is it in your meditation room at home? Is it in your garden? Is it in the woods? Is it maybe here in the sanctuary at Unity of Gaithersburg? Where is it for you? And the beautiful thing is that when you bring that to your mind's eye, your mind does not know the difference between you actually being there and you imagining it. So just notice, and you can open your eyes now if you'd like, or you can stay there. But just notice how you feel when you go to that place of restful sanctuary. Yet the Buddhists say that when we are in that place of deep rest, that we are more capable of cultivating right understanding, right action, and right effort. We are better able to respond to our world, folks. The world is calling us to respond to it in a way that is more peaceful and nonviolent. And so I think it's just common sense, but when we're not at peace within our hearts, how can we respond peacefully to what's coming toward us? It's much more difficult to hold our center. Wayne Muller said, "The world aches for the generosity of a well-rested people." So how do we get more Sabbath into our lives? Well, first, I think it's just being conscious that we get to and being willing to. And what feeds your soul? What feeds your soul? Are you doing what feeds your soul? Does it feed your... Patty's like, yeah. Does it feed your soul to hang out with a girlfriend or a guy friend and just go out for a cup of coffee? Or, does it feed your soul just to curl up with your kitty cat? Yeah. Or your chickens? Take a walk in the woods. I am loving chickens. I am loving chickens. I am loving chickens. Take a weekend, folks. And I know, you're like, okay, all right. How can I take a weekend? How can you not? How can you not take a day to rest your soul? You deserve it. Do you get that you deserve it? You deserve to have peace and well-being in your life. Take 3 mindful breaths, and I just invite you, that little bowl. Maybe in your life, find something that will remind you to take 3 deep breaths. Maybe every time your cell phone rings. Take 3 deep breaths before you answer. Maybe when you stop at a red light, take 3 deep breaths to remind yourself. Download an app on your phone like Calm or there's mindfulness, headspace, insight timer. Yeah. Do what supports you so that you can breathe. Okay, together, let's breathe. And let's exhale with the ah. Ah. Okay, together, breathe in. Exhale, ah. One more time, breathe in. Exhale, ah. Yeah. Let's keep the Sabbath holy. You deserve it. Let's affirm together. I honor the Sabbath and keep it holy as I take time to renew, breathe deeply, and be present. I am blessed to rest. Ah, and so it is. Go, offering.
Thank you, Reverend Cheryl. That's great. Okay, now's the time to give from an unlimited abundance and open hearts. As you prepare to place your tithe or consistent giving card in the offering bag or give online as you join us via YouTube, here's some prosperity wisdom from In the Flow of Life by Eric Butterworth. He says, you are always in the flow. You may and often do get out of the awareness of the flow. Cease doing whatever is interfering with the natural flow of your good within. Turn your thoughts from tension and strain. Let go and let the flow of life unfold. The flow of life unfold. Let's now affirm our offering blessing together. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies. All that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, I serve.
Slow down, you move too fast. Got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy, da 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 da, feeling groovy, da 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 da, feeling groovy. Hello, lamppost, what you knowin'? I come to watch your flowers growin'. Ain't you got no rhymes for me? Doo-doo-doo, feeling groovy, da-da-da-da, feeling groovy, ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. I got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you, all is groovy. Da-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Da-da-da-da, feeling groovy. Slow down, you move too fast. Got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestone, looking for fun and feeling groovy. Feeling groovy, da-da-da-da, feeling groovy, ba-da-da-da-da-da, feeling groovy, ba-da-da-da-da. feeling groovy. Da 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 da, feeling groovy.
Let's stand and sing in our youth. I've got you, I've got me, I've got us coming together. I've got you, got us coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, coming together. Together, coming together, coming together, coming together, coming together, coming together. One heart, one mind, one love, coming together. Please be seated.
Hi, everyone. We had a discussion of Maya Angelou and watched a video, and they're here to share some quotes from her.
I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Quote from Maya Angelou. Have enough courage to trust, love one more time, and always one more time. Maya Angelou. Just like hope's springing high, still I'll rise.
Let's stand and bless our children. Together, you are the light of the world. Live as the light. Let's join hands and sing our peace song. a beautiful, peace-filled week. And just remember that there are 2 chaplains that will be in the back of the sanctuary to pray with you after service. Have a great week.
One, two, 3, 4.
Life is one act. Why do we lay all these traps? We put them right in our path when we just want to be free. I will not waste my days making up all kinds of ways to worry about all the things that will not happen to me. So I just let go what I living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, your peace in my heart, your peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. I'm living in the moment. Of things that I've done, I let my past go past, and now I'm having more fun. I'm letting go of the thoughts that do not make me strong, and I believe we can be the same for everyone. And if I fall asleep, I know going, I'm already home. Can't walk through life facing backwards. I have tried. I need more than once to just make sure. And I was denied the future I've been searching for. I spun around and heard no more. I'm living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, a peace in my mind, a peace in my heart, a peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. By living in the moment, living my life, easy and breezy, with peace in my mind, a peace in my heart, a peace in my soul. Wherever I'm going, I'm already home. Living in the moment.
Great job, Jay.